Hello and welcome to Square One with Brennan Shine, where I answer your questions about property investing in Australia. These bite-sized videos are designed to give you concise information about common questions new and experienced investors ask about. Today I will be talking to you about the general cost of getting into and maintaining your first investment property. So we're going to start with the most obvious cost, and that's the deposit. For most investment loans, you'll need at least a 10% deposit, but this will vary depending on your situation and what types of loans products your broker has access to. Lender's mortgage insurance, or LMI as it's referred to, only comes into play when you have less than a 20% deposit. The amount you'll need to pay will vary depending on the size of your deposit and the size of your loan. Generally, the banks will roll this cost into your loan, so even though it's not a cost you'll have to pay out of pocket, it's still one to remember as it will affect how much you can borrow and will be added to your costs for your monthly repayments. Stamp duty. This is a variable amount again, depending on the purchase price and the state you're buying in, but generally it's between 4 to 7% of the purchase price. Mortgage registration fee, which sits around $100. Establishment bank application fees for your home loan is approximately $600. Another fee that the bank will charge you is a property valuation fee of around $300. The banks will have this valuation done to ensure that you're not paying over the market value for the property you are buying. Conveyancing solicitor fees are generally between $750 and $1,500. Building and pest inspection reports, you're generally looking around $500 for this one, and it's very important. For the few $100 you'll spend, they could identify problems that could cost you thousands of dollars to repair. Now, if you're buying a unit or a townhouse, then there's going to be body corp. So you'll need to get a strata report done, which will generally cost approximately $300 for the strata report. Now, once you have settled on the property, there are some ongoing costs that you need to budget for. Again, if you've bought a unit or a townhouse, there will be the ongoing body corp fees, which will vary considerably depending on the age of the building and the facilities provided. Fees can vary from $25 to over $150 per week. Interest on your loan. Now, the variable cost, depending on the size of your loan and the interest rates, at the moment you're generally looking around 3% for an investor. Annual bank fees are generally around $300. Property management fees are approximately 7 to 10% of your total rental income. Plus, they'll also charge you the first 2 weeks of rent each time they need to get a new tenant into your investment property. Landlord insurance is an important one. Not only does it cover the building, but any damage caused by the tenants and loss of rent. Expect to pay around $1,500 annually for the insurance. General property maintenance work off about 1% of the property value, but allow up to 2% for older properties. Council rates, this will vary depending on each council, but I would allow at least $2,500 per year. Property depreciation schedule, which is a report that clearly calculates and details the tax deductions a property investor can claim for the annual depreciation of the investment property. This is a once-off fee of around $750 to have a report done. Accountancy fees, your accountant will complete your tax returns and make sure you get the maximum deductions you can claim against your investment property. This is where the depreciation schedule comes into play. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Square One. Do you have a question you would like to answer? Leave us a comment below and I'll bring you the answer in a future episode. This has been Brendan Shine from Strategic Property Acquisitions.